MH370, the plane that disappeared. March 8, 2014, a date that became one of the greatest mysteries in aviation history. Malaysia Airlines flight MH370, carrying 239 people, took off into the night sky and never came back. Was it an accident, a hijacking, or something the world still can't understand? Today, we take you deep into the story of Flight MH370. What happened that night, what investigators discovered, and the theories that still haunt the world. On the night of March 8, 2014, at exactly 12:41 a.m. local time, Malaysia Airlines flight MH370 took off from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. The destination, Beijing, China. On board were 227 passengers and 12 crew members, a mix of nationalities, mostly from China and Malaysia. At 1:19 a.m., the plane contacted Vietnamese air traffic control. The captain said, "Good night, Malaysian 370." And then, silence. Just minutes later, the aircraft vanished from radar. Its transponder was switched off, making it invisible to air traffic systems. But here's the shock. Instead of continuing toward China, the plane made a sharp 180-degree turn and flew back across Malaysia. Why? And who was in control? When military radar data was reviewed, they discovered something even more bizarre. MH370 had turned away from its route over the South China Sea and was now flying westward over the Strait of Malacca. Later, satellite data confirmed. The plane kept flying for almost 7 more hours. But where was it going? The answer: towards the South Indian Ocean, one of the most remote and dangerous parts of the world. When the flight never arrived in Beijing, at first it was assumed to be a technical issue. But hours passed, and nothing. That's when officials finally admitted the plane was missing. Global attention turned to Malaysia. Over 26 countries joined the search mission. First, they searched the South China Sea. Then, after analyzing radar and satellite data, the focus shifted to the southern Indian Ocean. But the ocean was massive and incredibly deep. Finding anything was like looking for a needle in a haystack. The biggest priority: find the black box, the flight data recorder and cockpit voice recorder. Soon, they detected underwater pings in one region. Hope surged, but when underwater drones searched the area, nothing was found. Had the black box battery died? Was the location wrong? Or was the plane somewhere else entirely? In 2015, over a year later, a piece of a plane wing, a flaperon, was discovered near Réunion Island. Experts confirmed it was from MH370. More debris began washing up along the coasts of Mozambique, Tanzania, and South Africa. Each piece matched MH370. The conclusion: yes, the plane did crash somewhere in the Indian Ocean. But still, why and how? With no final answers, many theories began to emerge. Pilot suicide, hijacking theory, mechanical failure. A popular conspiracy claims the plane was diverted near the Diego Garcia military base. Again, no evidence to support it. Malaysia continued the investigation for years. In 2018, the final official report was released, and it concluded, the cause of the disappearance could not be determined. In simple words, even the world's most advanced search operation couldn't solve the mystery. For the families of the 239 passengers, this wasn't just a tragedy. It was a never-ending nightmare. Every year on March 8th, memorials are held. People light candles. They hold signs that say, "Bring MH370 home." Even now, scientists and aviation experts continue to study ocean drift models, satellite data, and deep-sea scans. Another private search may be launched soon, but everything depends on maybe. The mystery of MH370 remains one of the most haunting stories of our time, a chilling reminder. So that was the story of MH370, the plane that took off into the night and never came back. One of aviation's darkest and most unsolved chapters. And until we find real answers, the mystery lives on.